Hello, this is a Rose Priestess transmission on the harms and hazards of polyamory and casual sex. So let's talk today about the trends we see today in open sexuality circles. Trends for multiple partners, polyamory, multiple partner sex, free sex, liberated sex, sex with no emotional attachments, no responsibility, no commitment, no expectations, no strings attached, as we may believe. But is this really true? Well, actually, there's some very profound strings attached, and they're called energy cords and energetic penetration. When we have sex with someone, even one time, we create an energy cord. We are linked energetically to this person in other time space dimension realities without realizing it. We cannot see these cords, but anyone with clairvoyance is able to see them. And they can only be released with conscious detachment and cutting. So it's very important to go through a process of clearing those cords from past lovers. So creating an energy cord is something we want to do with great care and consciousness. Inherent in this creation is really a responsibility for certain soul learning and karmic lessons, whether you're aware of it or not. So you may experience this courting after a casual so-called sexual encounter in a number of ways if you really pay close attention. If you tune into your body and see how you feel after having this type of sex, you may find that you've picked up energetic imprints from the other person that are very negative, and which can affect your own mood and your energy. All these negative energetic imprints are stored in our wombs, in our genitals, and in our hearts. And if we have many negative experience of taking into our bodies lust into our wombs, our heart connection to our womb will be very damaged and disconnected. So after many negative experiences, sexually it really takes care and healing to recreate this sacred connection between the heart and the womb. As women, we need to understand that we are sacred portals to the divine realms. Our bodies and our wombs are a bridge between the spiritual and the material realms. We channel life through our portals and wombs, and we bring life into this form dimension. Sexual energy is the energy of all creation. It's an extremely powerful energy. It's pure life force. So when we use it to merge with another person in their energy field, it's meant to be a very meaningful event, a creation event. Whether that means procreation or healing or manifestation, you have a field of highly potent creative energy generated when you have sex. If you have not consecrated this field for your own positive and higher uses or for a higher collective use, or you've not come together with someone at a minimum in an energy of love, respect, care, and mutual honor, it can be and very likely will be siphoned from negative entities that you attract by building a low vibrational field of creational energy. You can and will very likely be exposed to attack by negative entities that want to feed off this low vibe but very powerful energy. So yes, that's right, you heard me, they will feed off of you. And this is beyond the sexual act because you create a field of energy. If we could actually see our energy better, we would understand this so clearly and we would really make different decisions, I believe. So when you open your field through a sexual encounter, you're very highly vulnerable when you have sex with someone. So these entities can then enter more permanently as they wish as well. So you've basically given your implicit permission because you didn't protect yourself and consecrate the field. You basically were saying to them, I don't care what happens to this energy. And so you have allowed access implicitly into your field of a lower vibrational negative entity. So we really need to learn and understand that our sexual energy is magnified in a number of ways beyond just the physical sexual experience. It's connecting to and touching your etheric body, your astral body, your emotional body, your mental body, really your entire auric field. It's penetrating you into even beyond your physical body. So you're definitely going to be picking up the other person's energy because you're merging fields with them in a very intimate way. Whether your intention is casual or not, this is happening. So even if you told yourself this is just a casual encounter, there's really no such thing technically as casual sex. It's said sometimes don't have sex with someone you don't want to become because you are literally merging the entire body and energy body with this other person and creating these energetic cords. So if the other person has a lot of negative energy, negative intentions, they just are taking your energy, it's just an interaction of lust. They want to take your sexual energy, satisfy their need to release their sexual energy, or if they have a lot of healing work to do, which they very well will if they're living in this sort of a lower vibrational energy and there's no consciousness about it, then you are definitely picking up and absorbing this energy in your womb, your yoni, and your heart. So one of the Kundalini channels that activates in a sexual encounter is with the woman as the negative heart-centered polarity. She gives her energy to the man via the heart, and then that descends down into his genitals, and then he gives it back into her yoni, which travels up again to his heart, so it's a cycle. If the connection between the heart and the yoni is corroded and broken, and you're very numbed out and you're not emotionally connected and you're not present and you have a lot of trauma, then you're just cycling this negative, less trauma, pain, all these lower energies in your body, and you're really causing harm to yourself and the other person. It's like a hose that's taking in and recycling filth. So with the heart center disconnected, no love can cycle, and positive emotions like respect or care are numbed out and they can't be shared. So together you've created an energy field both inside of you and out of what's called a fluvia, which is dirty or corroded, negative, low vibrational energy, and you're actually harming one another, which creates karma. So not only do we need to be concerned about physical STDs with so-called casual sex, but with a lot of emotional and energetic baggage and negative entity access. So there's really a lot more to sex than just satisfying our lower chakra needs to release our sexual energy. So you may notice that the next day you feel empty or horrible, sadness, even anger. You picked up their energy and you release yours back to them, negative or otherwise. So it's an exchange. Casual sex is an illusion. And it's really, sex always will be, no matter what your intention or consciousness about it, the merging of two energetic beings. So as a woman, you are receiving energetic penetration into your womb and your being, and they're thrusting that into your body. So make sure you're very careful about what's coming into your body. And as men, you're putting yourself, immersing yourself inside the woman's portal and saturating yourself with her energy. So you're sharing each other's energy, and that creates energetic cords and strong cords that remain until you consciously cut them physically or cut them energetically. So, so-called one-night stands or casual sex where you never see the other person, well, you actually are still going to be connected to them in energetic time-space dimensions in some way until you actually clear that energy out of each other's fields. So often casual sex is motivated by lust, which is a very different vibration than love. So you can have two people physically having sex that looks the same, but energetically and vibrationally can be two completely different things. So you can tell by the intention, or whether it's stated or whether it's implicit in their behavior before or after you have sex. If they or you are avoidant or distant or disappear and they're not interacting, they're not present, the intention was lust-based. It was just the fulfillment of lower sexual desire. And so you've now used your sexual energy in a very low way, and so the results of that are going to be all the things that I mentioned. Now, when you have sacred sexual union with a temporary partner or a shorter-term committed partner, it's different than just this casual sex that I'm talking about here, because here there is a consciousness and an awareness about it. So you are creating an intention together to have some level of responsibility for healing together and for raising the energy into a higher plane. You've consecrated the field through your conscious awareness, through your, at least at the minimum, that you respect one another and that you're using the sexual energy in a positive way to lift yourselves up rather than to harm one another. So understand, sexual energy is the strongest energy we have. And think about, who are you giving this to and who are you receiving it from? And what is the underlying energy, whether it's spoken or not? There is always an intention in our encounters. So please, women and men, honor your holy vessel. Do not let dishonoring energy into your sacred portals as women, and really try to become conscious and aware of what you're doing as you utilize this beautiful, powerful gift of our sexual energy. Thanks so much.